guys, what's up? It's your girl Mars at It's The Real Mars on Instagram. Now, I'm going to be actually doing something very new to YouTube, but before I begin, I actually want to introduce myself to the YouTube family and to everyone who's been supporting me along my journey this past year. So, guys, about a year ago, the path of my life was completely different. I was actually going to medical school. I was attending Florida International University in Miami, and I actually lived there for about 2 years. And I was just going to school just to go to school. I was literally studying what I was studying because my parents told me that the medical field is going to be the most profitable profession for me to, make 6 figures a year and afford what I wanted to afford. Because, growing up, I don't want to say that I had it all, but growing up, middle class type family, my parents gave me everything I needed, basic necessities, but when it came to things that I wanted, I had to work for it, right? I was working a job. I've been working a job since I was 16 years old. For this past year, I haven't even had to, clock in or answer to anybody else except for myself, which is amazing. But I was working a full-time job. I was going to school full-time, and I was doing eyelash extensions on the side. So I was a full-blown, just work. For the rest of your life, I was in that system. I was in the rat race. And I found that at the end of every single month, I was really tired of, from working, really tired from school. I was annoyed at school because I wasn't happy with what I was studying. I wasn't interested in what I was studying. I wasn't passionate about it. And, school these days, it's so easy to find your answers online. You literally pay for school just to go online and find free answers, for free information. You pay for free information, basically. But I'm not here to talk about school today. I'm not saying anything bad about school. If you're going there, for something you're passionate about, definitely do that. But I totally believe that if you want to own a business, do real estate, anything like that, you don't have to go to school for it. But back to the main subject. Basically, I just woke up one day and I was like, wow, I'm tired of my life. Is my life going to continue going in this cycle? I felt like a robot, and I woke up and I said, you know what? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is literally the definition of insanity. And I was like, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Girl, what are you going to do to change your situation? So I actually came across a social media post from a friend of mine that I went to high school with, and he actually helped me a lot in math class. And he started investing in this thing called Forex. And I didn't know what it was at the time. Nobody in my town knew what it was. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm tired of this. I was in the Philippines at the time. I love traveling, and I always make that our number one priority. So I'm blessed to say that my mom has always taken me traveling with her. Luckily, this past year, I've traveled to, 3 times internationally, 5, 6 times, locally around the United States, and I've been able to pay for it myself. So God bless for that. God bless for this opportunity and the skill set. So back to the subject. As you guys will learn from watching me that I just sidetrack a lot. So that is just Mars. So I don't even know what I was talking about. So basically, I was in the Philippines. I saw his post and I was like, bro, you gotta put me on when I get back home because I'm tired of working at this sorry ass job with my sorry ass manager. And I just hate waking up in the morning. You know the deal, guys. If you work a job and you hate your job, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So came home, learned about it, and my life has changed ever since. And I've met a lot of people who have benefited me, a lot of people who believe in me. And not only financially has my life changed, but freedom-wise with time and personal development, spirituality, a lot of things have changed. So now the course that I'm on does not involve school. I'm taking my entrepreneurship journey very, very seriously, taking the skill set I'm about to introduce to you to very seriously. Now, the reason why I'm here, guys, is because I want to share information with people for free. From investing into my company and investing into the next generation of CEOs, I've realized that one of my passions is helping people, but it's not helping people in the healthcare industry. I don't want to see blood. I don't want to perform surgery. I want to help people, and I want to impact people, and I want to save people's lives in a different type of way. I want to save people's lives by giving them a solution, right? A solution that helps people gain more time and financial freedom, right? And a lot of people think that just the healthcare industry is just where you could save people, but this is where I'm saving people's lives. I've gotten messages all the time about, Forex and all these different things I'm gonna talk about, saving their life and just putting them on the track where they don't believe that they have to do what is told to do by society to succeed and to be happy. So so today's video, I'm gonna actually start a series of videos. So today's video is gonna be breaking it down to the beginners about what exactly Forex is, right? And I'm gonna be sharing my screen with you guys so you can see it visually, because if you're like me, I'm a visual learner, I need guidance. So Guys, I really appreciate the support. If you guys could just subscribe, like this video, comment if you have any questions, comment if you liked it, comment your favorite part, comment what you liked that I did, what you didn't like, just so I know how to improve, because I really, really do want to impact more people. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so today's video is all about the Forex basics. I want everyone to get informed on what Forex actually is, right? So what I want you guys to know first and foremost is Forex is not a company, all right? Forex is not an MLM. And what is an MLM? MLM is a multi-level marketing company, right? Forex is actually a financial market, and it's actually the world's largest financial market, okay? Many of you have probably heard of the stock market. The stock market trades $130 billion per day. And a lot of people trade it, and a lot of people know stock market is open from 9 to 5. Now, understand, guys, what Forex is. It's another financial market, but it's the world's largest financial market, and it trades $7.7 trillion per day, right? Not a million, not a billion, trillion. $7.7 trillion are circulated within the market every day, and it's circulated through retail traders, like people like me who are trying to benefit off of it, circulated through banks, circulated through hedge funds, companies, etc., etc. Right? So what we're doing as retail traders is we're trying to make money with the banks. We're trying to benefit off of what they're doing. And I want everyone to know that if you have a bank account with any bank, your money is currently being traded in the foreign exchange market. You just don't know about it, or you were never informed enough to find out about it. You can literally look it up. You can ask your bank teller, and they'll tell you straight up that they do trade your money in the foreign exchange market. When I found that out, it was literally mind-blowing to me, because I found out that if you do have a bank, that every year you probably get about 4% return on your investment. Meaning if you have a savings account, you'll probably get 4% back. So if I have $1,000, I'll probably get $4, right? So understand that the reason why you're getting money without you actually investing and you having a bank account with them and a savings account is because they're using your money to put it in the markets, and they're giving you pennies to trade it. So understand that it's very important in today's world to learn that not only should you be saving money, but you should be investing money. You should have money that you're making money with, okay? So like I said, foreign exchange market. What is the Forex? It's a foreign exchange market. Now I want to let you guys know what the foreign exchange market is. So let me give you guys an example. So basically, if you've ever traveled outside the country, you've probably already participated in the foreign exchange market, because what it stands for is its currencies, right? Every country has its specific currency. For example, the United States has the United States dollar, euro, European dollar, right? You go to Britain, Great British pound, right? Japanese yen. So guys, understand, and I'll go down through the list later, but understand that whenever you go to a different country, they have their own currency pair, and you have to trade your US dollar. If I'm speaking to you and you're from the USA, you have to trade your US dollar to that country's currency. And when you do that, you're either going to get more money or lose money, right? So what do I mean by that? For example, if I were to ask you, let's say you're on a budget and you don't want to spend that much money, but you're looking for a country to travel to. Are you going to choose Dominican Republic, or are you going to choose Greece, right? You know that it's more expensive to go to Greece, and that's because the value of, their dollar is probably more than US dollar. For example, when I went to London in February, my money was worth less in London. I had to spend a lot of money in London. It was super expensive. Even though the prices, like for example, even though it was like $7 for a sandwich, which is normal in Miami, that was more to me. That was actually like almost $14 in US dollars, because the exchange rate was so, heavy. So basically, when you go to another country, let me give you guys another example. Let's say I have $1,000 in my pocket. I go to London and I exchange my, US dollar for the pounds, right? And let's say that they give me back 500 pounds. Let's say I go back to the United States and I still have the 500 pounds. They send me back because there's a pandemic or whatever. And me expecting $1,000 back in my pocket, I actually get back $1,200. Now, what does that mean? The currency exchange rate actually went up, meaning that the value of the US dollar actually increased, and I was able to get more money back. So I started off with $1,000, but when I came back home and I held on to that money, I had $1,200. Now understand that you can physically, participate in the markets by traveling, but in today's digital age, you can take advantage of the financial markets just from home, on your laptop, your cell phone. As long as you have Wi-Fi, you have access to this market. Now, what is traded in Forex? Like I said before, these are currency pairs. When you look at them, they look like what you're seeing on the screen. They look like currencies, right? So you have the European dollar, US dollar, Great British pound, Japanese yen, Swiss franc, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and New Zealand dollar. These are the 8 major currency pairs, or not pairs, currencies. And there's other ones like pesos, etc. So when you put them together, they're called currency pairs. And this is what you're actually trading in the foreign exchange market, currency pairs. Now, the most fluid pairs, meaning the ones that maybe move the fastest or have the most money, are Euro USD, right? That's European dollar to the US dollar. GBP USD, Great British pound to the US dollar. USD JPY, which is the US dollar to the Japanese yen. USD CHF, which is United States dollar to Swiss franc. Odd USD, which is Australian dollar to USD, NZD USD, which is New Zealand dollar to United States dollar, and then US dollar to Canadian dollar, which is USD CAD. So these are the most fluid pairs, and the way that it works in the foreign exchange market is there's different sessions. So this market is actually open 24 hours, 5 days a week, and the only day where it's actually completely closed is Saturdays. So basically it's open all over the world, and like I said, it's for every country's currency. So there's different sessions that the markets are open for the different pairs. So I'm going to be giving you guys the sessions, and this is based on Eastern Standard Time. So if you're from a different time zone, you definitely are going to have to calculate the time yourself, or maybe go find it on an alternative website, because there are a lot of other resources out there. So basically, these are the sessions, right? So we have number 1, the London session, which is it's open from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right. So we have the New York session, which is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sydney session, which is open from 6 p.m. to 2 p.m. and Tokyo session from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. Now, obviously, all these sessions are actually going to correlate with whatever currency pair that is traded in that market or in that country. So for example, for the London session, you're going to most likely be looking for pairs that include the Great British pound, or for pairs that include the euro. So it's open from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. And there's going to be times within each session where the market has the most liquidity, where the market is most volatile, aka more money is flowing in and out the market. So for London session, a lot of traders like to mark up their charts at 2 a.m. and take their trades from like 3 to 6 a.m. Now, people also trade in between the market sessions. So it's called overlap. So for example, London and New York, there's an overlap from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. that people trade, where it can have a lot of movement within it. So understand that each session actually does overlap with each other. So for the New York session, you're going to be looking at pairs such as the US dollar and Canadian dollar. For the Sydney session, you're going to be trading pairs like the NZD and Australian dollar. And for the Tokyo session, you're going to be looking for pairs like chef, which is Swiss franc, and Japanese yen. Not to say that you can't trade any pair in any session, but you're going to want to probably trade whatever pair or whatever currency that is within its session, because it's going to move faster, right? Okay guys, so now I'm going to introduce you guys a platform called TradingView that a lot of people mark up their charts on and look at the currency pairs activities. I'm going to have another video that's going to show you guys what the platform is, the tools that it has, how to use it, etc. But today I kind of just want to show you guys how the foreign exchange market looks physically on screen on my laptop. It looks the same on your phone. So let's get started. So this is TradingView. You can literally look at anything that you want, stocks, indices, anything, guys. So you come here, you create an account, obviously, and you can literally see what market summaries are. You can see other people's, analysis, etc. And let's just say that I typed in USD CAD. So there's different brokers that people use, so they're going to be looking at different charts that are more accurate with them. So some charts are more accurate with, some brokers are more accurate with Oneida, some brokers are more accurate with FXCM. So I'm going to actually click Oneida, and it's going to take me here to the US to the Canadian dollar. And, it's going to say 1.31776. That's the exchange rate. So, it's saying, now I want you guys to understand, this is something I forgot, is the US dollar to Canadian dollar. USD is actually the primary pair, and CAD is a secondary. Why? Because USD comes first. You can look at it from the Canadian to USD. You could search up CAD USD, and it's going to have an inverted chart. So, guys, this is the currency exchange rate, 1.31. Okay? So, for example, if I type in 1 USD to Canadian dollar on Google, it's going to say 1 USD is 1.32 Canadian dollars. So they rounded it up on Google, but basically this is the exact value of a USD to Canadian. So you can open up the full feature chart to see it. And it's gonna look like this. It looks crazy. It really, really does. But I'm actually gonna, explain a little bit on a different video how to read the chart and everything like that. But this is basically how it looks, and the market can either move up or down, and sometimes it moves sideways. So let me actually just show you what I mean by that. So let's go on the daily chart, and let me show you guys what I mean. So it can go, let me pull up my little arrow. This is actually kind of fun. So it can go down, right? That went down. It can go up. Sometimes it can go to the side. So I'm going to have another video to show you guys a little bit more in depth about this. But that really concludes everything that I had to show you guys today. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want more, definitely like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want. And I really do want to show value to people. So if you guys do want more information on the foreign exchange market, maybe you've been learning for a while and you need help, etc., just hit me up on Instagram at It's the Real Mars. I'm going to put it in my bio. Other than that, guys, have a blessed day. I'm wishing all of you guys prosperity, success, health, and wealth.